4 toddlers somehow managed to get out of a Garden Grove daycare facility, and witnesses say they wound up in the middle of a busy street. Now, parents want answers as police are investigating.
Fox 11's Susan Hirostuna joins us live in Garden Grove, where one witness has pledged to shut down that daycare. Susan?
That is her pledge. Now, over the last hour, we've watched as many parents have come here to Angels Daycare to pick up their kids. The ones that we spoke to, they weren't too concerned about the safety of their children, but the operators must, because they told me to get out or they would call police.
There was 4 little girls in the middle of the street right there.
Rihanna Alonso takes to TikTok to express her anger at Angels Daycare. She was on her way to work Wednesday morning when traffic stopped near this corner.
A lot of cars were honking. We're like, what's going on? My husband looks and he tells me there was a kid in the street. And I look over and all I see is a guy trying to stop the kid from going more into the street.
Brianna believes the young children were between 2 and 4 years old and somehow got out of the daycare facility.
They didn't know the kids were out. So that got me even more mad. Like, how do you lose 4 kids? Like, one, okay, I understand, but at the same time, it's still unacceptable. But 4 of them, that's a lot to lose.
She says the daycare workers begged her not to call police. She and others did. Garden Grove police responded around 11 a.m.
Brookhurst and Orangewood is a major intersection. A lot of traffic goes through there. I'm very thankful for the people that saw it, stopped, immediately jumped into action, and got the kids to safety.
Police called the toddlers' parents to come pick them up. For one mom, apparently one escape was one too many.
I talked to the mom. She's the one that told me that she opened the door, and the mom was really upset. She packed all the kids' stuff and said that was her last day at the daycare.
Now the daycare facility is under investigation by the State Department of Social Services, the local Child Protective Services, and the police.
The investigation is regarding child endangerment, right? Our detectives will go out, they'll follow up, they'll start looking for additional information, recontact all the witnesses, see if additional people come forward with information.
When Fox 11 visited the facility, every gate was locked. There were no children in the play yard, and no one answered the phone. Online, Angels Daycare posted the facility offers a safe and nurturing environment. Capacity is up to 40 children, according to California DSS.
One of the parents said that they're always short-staffed. So I'm just like, if you guys are always short-staffed, why do you guys have so many kids?
All right, well, there are security cameras all around the school, and I talked to Garden Grove police and said perhaps the mystery of how those little girls got out will be solved with that camera video. Garden Grove police promised to keep me posted. Reporting live in Garden Grove, I'm Susan Hirostuna, Fox 11 News.
What about some of the parents you talked to? What did they tell you, Susan?
You know, it was interesting. This is a heavily Vietnamese community, and so a lot of them, they are not native English speakers. But I didn't get the sense that they were particularly bothered by it. Obviously, it's been 2 days, and they've brought their children here. So they seemed not really that interested, but as soon as they figured out I was a reporter, they stopped talking to each other, even in Vietnamese. They just stopped talking. So, you know, I think they realized that the center is in trouble. The woman who threatened to call police on me came out, and she is a nun. So I think for a lot of these parents, they have no qualms because they really like this facility.